Hey, Ezra back here with you for the One Stop Shop Module 2, About Us and Our Story. Now, this page is arguably your most important About Us page. Your most important, more information page, because it's where you are enrolling people in the story of your brand. You are engaging them in a conversation about what you are up to in the world and why your products are important. And the people who read this page are much more likely to convert than folks who don't read this page. And when people come to this page, they're coming here to consume information about your company. They want to know about you. And I think the best thing I can do to get you to write a good About Us page is to show you some examples. So let's take a look at some. Now for Boom, we call this page philosophy. So if you click on this thing that says philosophy here in our menu bar, you will end up on what is our About Us page. And this is really the story of our company. You know, every cosmetic company advocates anti-age, anti-wrinkle, anti-us, anti-women is what we're saying. And so we engage people in the story of what we're doing and why our brand exists. And it's literally just long-form content with headlines and subheadlines and paragraphs of text. And then we have the Our Story video down at the bottom here. But it's basically the story of our company and the message and communication behind our brand. Now, if you look at the Be Friendly About Us page here, you'll notice that it's the exact same thing, really. It's about our company. It's a story. It engages people in a conversation. It talks about what we're doing and why we're doing it and what our products are. Now, we've gone more for the long-form left-right design on this one, where we've got, image and text and subheadlines and image and text. And then down the bottom, we have also a video. And what's interesting is that on this page, we have a video that's a third-party pitch video. So it's essentially, when we were featured on the Hallmark Home and Family channel, it's a third-party pitching our product. So it's not even really in line with the About Us content, but it is about our product. So if you don't have a video for your About Us page, if you don't have a video that is your story, and you've got a video that's like some press or some kind of press that you had, you can use that on this page as well. Now, I just bought a hammock from this company, Yellow Leaf Hammocks. They're a Shopify store. They're a great Shopify store and fantastic hammocks. I actually have this hammock here in this picture and this hammock over here on the right. I bought two hammocks from them, and they have a phenomenal About Us page. It talks about what they're doing. It enrolls you in their story. It tells you how they make their products. It tells you who's making their products and the story of who the people are. It talks about their 4 pillars of sustainability. So it really kind of enrolls you in their brand and in their product and shows you how their product is made. Another one that I liked a lot was Zappos, because they had multiple sections of it: their company history, their culture, their employees. I don't really love the layout because it's super hard to read, but they've got the elements of, their company history and what they're about and that kind of thing. Now, for those of you who don't want to write a whole lot of content, go with something like this, like Nasty Gal here. They've only got a couple paragraphs. This is who we are, and then they've got a beautiful image that kind of is evocative and represents their brand. So if you don't want to do super long form content, you can do something like this, but I will tell you that the longer form content, a la Be Friendly, will perform better. It will be better if you have longer form content. What you want to think about is Kickstarter. This is essentially your Kickstarter page. It's the story of your brand. It's the story of your company. The goal is to enroll people in your mission in the world and what you're doing and what your products were made for. So another thing that you can do is you can go to Google and you can Google Blog Tyrant About Us. Blog Tyrant About Us. And what that's going to do is it's going to pull up 12 of the best About Us pages on the internet, which is an article that Blog Tyrant did. Now, they're mostly going to be showing sort of software companies and information marketing companies and stuff like that. But what they talk about on this page is really great stuff for how to write an About Us page. They talk about getting your main point across and giving people the information they need and giving social proof if you have that, and that kind of stuff. So it's a really good example of some great, well-done About Us pages that you can read and get ideas from. And again, the way to get there is to go to Google and put in Blog Tyrant About Us, and they did an article here of 12 of the best About Us pages on the internet. Now, they're not specific to e-commerce, but it doesn't matter, because the point here is that you want to write a page that enrolls people in your story, that tells them why you are doing what you're doing, that tells them why you care about them as a customer, and tells them a little bit about who you are as a person, who you are as a company, and what your products do. One thing that I wanted to show you was how this page is designed. Now that you've got your About Us page written, which you don't probably have just yet, but once you do, I want to show you how we've designed this page in Shopify. So what we've done is we've just got a block of text here. We've got an image. If you click on this image, what you'll notice is that we've got it aligned to the right here. It's not actually aligned to the left. We've got it aligned to the right. We've got the wraparound text. We've got the 5 pixels of spacing on the left. And then again, we roll down and we've got a header 2, a subheadline here, and then we've got an image on the left here. If we double click it, we'll notice it's aligned left with the wraps text right. We've got our content over there, and we just kind of go down the page with long form left-right design with header 2 subheadlines breaking it up, and then we've got a video down the bottom. And if you want to open up the show HTML, if you're ever running into formatting issues, which as you make longer form pages in Shopify, sometimes you might run into those when you're trying to stack multiple sections on top of each other, you can always open up the editor and manipulate the HTML right here in the editor. So if you're finding any kind of bugs or anything like that in your WYSIWYG editor, in your what you see is what you get editor in here, you can always go through in here and mess with the HTML to get it to lay out exactly how you want it. So this is Ezra Firestone for the one-stop shop About Us and Our Story page. Go out there, write a killer About Us page and a killer Our Story or philosophy page, whatever you want to call it. Also, make sure that you have a video to go along with this page. Set it up inside of Shopify. Make sure you've got some long-form content on that page, headline, subheadline, paragraphs, images, things like that. And I'll see you in the next video.